If you would have told me at the beginning of this season that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would be in the NFC divisional round after tearing up the Eagles in the wildcard game with Baker Mayfield as the starting quarterback, I would have told you you're absolutely out of your mind, that it's completely impossible and that there's no way that the Bucs would make a playoff spot. But folks, that's exactly what just happened. And I'll be honest, the Buccaneers defense clamped up. I mean, put the seatbelt on Jalen Hurts and this Eagles offense. But how about Baker Mayfield? This man has had something to prove all year, and he has balled out. 4,000 passing yards, 28 touchdowns, just 10 interceptions. These are all career highs for him. He led this Buccaneer squad, who was massively disrespected at the start of this year, to an NFC South victory. And you may say, that's not that impressive. The NFC South is so weak, it sucks, it's terrible. But I think the wild card game proved that the Bucs are no frauds. They deserve to be here. I mean, let's just be real with ourselves here. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers just possibly ended Nick Sirianni's career with the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, it went from Sirianni was a top 5 coach in the NFL to now Eagles fans want him gone. Off with his head. He's out of here. That's what they want. And that is what has happened due to the game with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Baker was no slouch against Philadelphia. I mean, 337 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. It was a great game. And let me tell you, he's been doing that all season long. When Justin Herbert went down for me in fantasy football, I needed a quarterback. I didn't have a backup because I was so locked in on Justin Herbert. It was past his bye week, and I was like, okay, this is just my starter for the rest of the year. Then he got hurt, and I looked in the waivers, and I saw Baker Mayfield. He was the highest performing in the waiver. And so I picked him up, and he did exactly what I needed him to. 20 plus a game. I mean, it was really good numbers. It was fantastic. I love what's been going on this season. I really have for Baker, because I was wrong. I doubted this man. We doubted this man. I mean, he can't do this. He can't do that. He can't play in the NFL. He's not good enough. He's not going to lead Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is going to need a replacement in the draft. They're going to be picking Drake May, all this stuff. But it does make me wonder, as a Panthers fan, just how much worse can our organization get? How much worse can we be perceived? Because let's remember just 1 year ago, we gave up on this man. We said, you're done. You're history. Get lost. Get out of our organization. I mean, we had him as a scout team defensive lineman. And then we drop him. The Rams pick him up. He looks like a nobody. But now he's completely reviving his career with the Bucs. I love it. This is a spit to the face of David Tepper, and I'm here for it. Baker is on a contract year, so most likely he's about to get a really nice contract, and I believe the Bucs are going to do what it takes to keep him in Tampa. Will they overpay? Absolutely. I completely expect them to. I just don't see a world where they let him walk when they aren't going to have a real solid chance at replacing him in the draft, because they're not going to have a high enough draft pick to get a quarterback that can be the franchise guy immediately. And to be honest, this quarterback free agent class is just weak in general. So it would be in the Bucs' best interest to re-sign the man. I also have to give credit where credit is due, because I know it hasn't been all Baker. I know he hasn't done this on his own, and it's not even been all Mike Evans, who I did a whole nother video about at the start of this season. But I do know that Bucs offensive coordinator Dave Canales has made this offense so dynamic. I love this guy's scheme. I mean, he is fantastic. He is rising on head coaching boards so quickly. I mean, his scheme fits his players. He bases his scheme around the roster he has. And that honestly was a major problem with Mayfield's time in Carolina, is Ben McAdoo and Matt Rule tried to make Baker a system QB when all he really wanted to do and all he really knew how to do was to be Baker. That's all he knew. Canales allows him to be Baker Mayfield, and it works. Baker is doing a phenomenal job. He's had a career year, and now the Bucs have an opportunity to go to an NFC Championship game. I don't think they will, but who knows? I wish Baker nothing but the best, and I'm so happy for this man.